we think that the concept of Ippon Waza-ari more or less is acceptable. And now we are going to continue because we want to finish all the Waza-aris, Waza-ari no score. And after Mr. Barta will give the information when we finish this group about the Olympic qualification, different sports matters, right? So we continue now. What we can consider Waza-ari versus no score. Again, in this way, nothing has changed regarding the past. All the Waza-aris in the past and all the Yukos in the past together now are Waza-ari. Simple like that. No changes at all. So, sorry, stop. Score or no score? Who are thinking score? Only one. And the rest, no score. Okay? This is also in our different events. This is one of the most delicate points. Why? Because sometimes the speed of the action is so quick that we cannot have the perception, the immediate perception. And what we are going to do is that this is the support of the supervisors and the directors in order that to create a team that can be accurate and give the right decision. Look. So, score. Of course, if you see the arm is inside, the landing is an impact on the side. But again, I understand your position because also for me, the first action, it was nothing. But that's the capability that we have with our technical experts and with the different videos to check carefully, much more quality than this screen, okay? And again, you can see, you see? Okay, score. But again, this is not a problem because our visual feeling cannot be so quick to make a right decision. In this case, the referee, Mate, wait. We know that something is, they need some help, the referee and the judges, and we make a final conclusion. Because moreover, we have canceled in the high-level competitions the computer for the referees. Why? It's not that we don't want to give the possibility to check. The problem is that the computers sometimes don't have the same quality. Second, sometimes I don't know how to use a computer properly, and it happens that sometimes you go and I ask, please show me the action, and they just start 1, 2, 3, but terrible. And second, and the most important thing is that we want that the judges must be only focusing on the mat, not again and again and again. For that reason, we don't try to avoid that the judges can have a tool. No, we tell the judges and the referee, please trust on the team as a whole, trust on the supervisors and trust on the refereeing director if something like this happens. Normally, because the action is so quick, the referee don't give anything. If the supervisors consider, okay, we say, please stop. The referee, Mate, he wait. We say, yes, yes, okay. Waza-ari, Waza-ari, continue the fight. This is the real teamwork, okay? And this is what we must do. Yeah, well, no, it's possible to, well, only this gesture must be in some important situations, because in every situation you cannot do like this. Only when there is blue or white, or there is something very, very strange, it's good to say, watch. But in this situation, the referee cannot see, don't give anything, continue the fight, and we say, please, stop the fight. Mate, please, give Waza-ari for the white. Okay, simple.
I can say, just for your information, this gesture, it's internationally known, especially from rugby or from some other sports.
Soccer.
And it was a request of a TV people,
yeah,
not from us.
Yeah.
I mean, because, you know, when they have a final block, And we are repeating, or we are discussing, no, we are, but the supervisor, they are really focusing on some slow motion and decision. The people on TV and the people in Obi-Wan who are preparing the signal, they didn't know. They didn't know what's going on. Now they know. This is more or less for them, the same for them as for us, you know. So they told all the TV people, now we will discuss about the decision, you know. And then all commentators, especially Neil Adams, and they know, so they can start to speak. If they don't know, it's difficult, what they are doing there. So that it's just not only for this, it's also for spectators to be involved.
Thank you, Vladi. Thank you very much. So watch from the other side how the arm is inside. And this is one key point for the giving a score, all right? As long as the arm is inside and is not the elbow outside, should be considered for scoring purposes, and that's the point. But again, it's normal that the first view, all of us, we say, no, nothing. This is logical, because we don't have a computer in our heads. But after, our obligation is to say, no, score. Another one, please. 21. Score? Yes. Here is easier. We can see clearly that the landing is on the side, and of course, score should be given up. But in this case, practically it's not necessary to request the support of the technical people on the table, supervisors, because it's obvious that it's clearly on the side. The referee gives Waza-ari, that's all. Another one. Okay. Also, there is a small, let's say, I don't say break, but there is a continuation in the side, in the side, in the side. Acceptable to give a score. Okay? The whole action is valid for scoring purposes. Because it's true that at the beginning it's falling like this, but after there is a continuation, valid. Okay?
More clear.
More clear from this side. Yeah. Another one. Same. You can see that the last control is, look, here. Okay? Acceptable for a score. All right? Please, if you have any different opinion or you want to make some comments, please. Acceptable was. This is, well, can be a little confusing. The referee, perhaps, in this situation, the logical thing is to say, well, if there is not a situation of Newaza, mate, and wait. Because a little earlier. Okay, score. But again, it's so quick, so fast, that perhaps the referee cannot have the let's say, the good feeling, and even the judges. No problem. Mate, wait a little, we check carefully. Okay, Waza-ari. Stop. Waza-ari? Okay, very good. No Waza-ari. Why? Because this is totally different. The arm is outside. This is the key point as well, the key issue. Look. You see? In this case, imagine that the referee, because he's thinking Waza-ari, he gives Waza-ari, the obligation of the supervisors is to say, stop, cancel Waza-ari. Because this cannot be at all Waza-ari. Okay, one more time, only for watching. No way. This is even clearer. You see? Not on the side. And this is, the arm is frankly speaking, a little outside, look. Not for scoring purposes, it's not clear on the side. But again, all these extreme situations can be a little confusing. Our recommendation is take your time, stop, no panic, wait, check carefully by the responsible people, and after you receive the information. Waza-ari, Waza-ari. No Waza-ari, no problem. Thank you. 27. Clearly as well, clearly, relatively clear from this side. After we need to watch the other side, because perhaps you don't have this perception. Watch. We can feel that it's nothing. From this side, even if we cannot see the landing, our perception is nothing. But let's watch carefully from this side. Clearly not. So that's, again, the advantage to have this new technology. Stop what it is. You remember, you should remember, many, many years ago, why we start talking about using the video and let's say, the new technology for helping our players, coaches, and the right decisions. I can never forget when it was many, many years ago, I don't remember, and it was a fight between North Korea and Georgia. And it was, I think, a final. I don't remember the way. And it was a Uchimata action, and after a fantastic counterattack. So the referee gave for the Uchimata. And, well, it was a scandal. The coach from North Korea went to the mat. The guy from North Korea stayed on the knees. And the referee started to say, Shido, Chui, Keikoku, Hansoku Make, well, everything. He was obviously in panic as well. And in that moment, it was not possible to change the decisions on the mat. And it was terrible, because the sports hall, it was in B.C, it was started to show 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. And everybody realized that it was a big mistake, but nobody can change that. And so we say, all the people can watch the video, coaches, players, officials, public, and the referees that we are obliged to make a good judgment. We cannot use that. It was crazy. And we changed as well the concept. Now, to stay on the mat, it doesn't mean anything. Well, it can mean that if one player stay on the mat and don't leave the mat, can be penalized, him and his team. So please, to the coaches, don't do that. This is not any, even if you are passionate and you are, let's say, emotional, always to your player, go. Because if we must reflect and we must make them back to the player, to the mat, we are going to do it, but not because one is staying there, okay? So you immediately you say, please, out. After, we take our time. If we consider that it's necessary to bring back the players, they are going to come back, okay? So this is the recommendation, please.
Please, this is very important. Never ever say to your fighter, stay on the mat.
Never.
Doesn't help anything.
On the
you know,
contrary.
it's and they still have in some coaches and fighters. They are advised. I mean, they have in the mind that it helps. That I don't know what kind of rules still they are thinking that till you are on the mat, they can change the result. It's nonsense. It's not like this. And concerning this video, you know, when we had a first meeting before London with the OBS, which is Olympic Broadcasting System, they give me a question which I was surprised. They asked me, Mr. Barta, can we show slow motion? I said, of course. I said, why? because in some sports we cannot show slow motions. You say, how is possible? So first, sometimes, not now, sometimes it was in football. You remember, they were prohibited to show it because everybody saw it as the goal. They were referee to repeat because it was goal. They say referee says not goal, but the sport where they cannot show slow motion. I mean, very slow motion is the walking. You know, because you have to be all the time with one foot on the touch. And if you make very slow motion camera, you see that everybody should be almost disqualified. The human eye is not able to distinguish this, but the very slow motion camera, yes. So when judo was very easy. You can show whatever you want. You know, because we are with this technology, we want the best winner. I mean the better athlete to be winner anyhow. Yeah. This is the most important.
Yeah.
Is there a protocol for penalizing somebody who stays on the mat?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Please.
Daniel, penalize, please.
You want me to penalize the one who stays on?
No, it really depends, you know.
But yeah, it has to be brought to the disciplinary commission to take the decision on what will happen to the athletes and to the team. So that situation will be brought directly to the disciplinary commission to take a decision on what will happen after.
You know, because we are in this situation, we are not able to solve it. And this is terrible for presentation of our sport. Imagine this Olympic Games like was in Rio, and the guy, he doesn't want to leave the mat. You know, you remember, it was against Argentina, against the Lebanon. And
Lebanon.
So,
Israel.
No, Lebanon.
I know exactly. Yeah, he's former Brazilian. Yeah. And but this is, it's so bad, you know. We are still not in the level of the Mongolian coaches, you know.
Undressing.
But it's very bad image. It's very bad image. Please, coaches, never advise your fighter to because now there really exists the possibility that we will revise again and make a decision.
What? Yes.
So it's not something that the referee is going to apply at the moment?
No. The referee should stop the fight and immediately, if necessary, leave the mat, even if something is there. And after, one of the directors, one of the responsible is going to go to the boy and say, please, if he's not doing that, we tell the coach, please, if they continue, okay, it can have very, very bad consequences for the team. But honestly, it happens less and less, you know, that's very important. Second, the only aim of the rules of our work is to try to the right winner can leave the mat as the right winner. All the changes. Why we remove the idea of flags? Because it was very subjective, you know. Why we say now golden score? Because we want that you throw the opponent, or if you get 3 zeros, you know. But in the past, a lot of situations, you know, nothing happens, and at the end, two blue or red in that moment, and what? This is terrible for our sport, because they say, come on, how is it not possible that you have a system where there is unanimous decision? And we try to avoid this confrontation, and in order to give to the players the possibility to do something by themselves. And with this new technology, what we want is that the right winner should be the right winner. The same, if one of the supervisors belongs to the same country, this supervisor is not controlling that, you know. We don't want that. We know that they are honest, but we don't want that they can happen. The same, in the past, the refereeing director or the refereeing commission members decide the trio. Not anymore. Now it's made by draw, the computer, and of the only, let's say, task of the commission is to select the best for the final block. But again, the only aim in our sport is to make very honest job, very fair, and very safe. This is why we fight, and thus we are changing and changing and changing again the rules, trying to do that. Sometimes it's possible to get it, sometimes it's not so easy, and obviously, when there is an evolution and changing, there are always small things that we need to adapt, you know? But this is our responsibility. Thank you. Okay, we continue. 29?
28.
28, okay. Okay. You see this action, score or not? No score. But in that moment, why? Because he was Mr. Riner losing, and it was very exciting. But what is our obligation? Not because it's Mr. Riner, because it's not like this. Sorry. And of course, many people were, you go, Waza-ari. It's not true. And if it is not true, we don't give. Look, the landing. You see? Never can be. But we have the advantage that watching that, if somebody's coming, excuse me, this is terrible because he was, stop, watch. It's obvious that we cannot accept giving a score for this, even if the three referees give a score. Okay? In this case, we are not, let's say, lenient with the referees. We say no, because it's decisive. So we can say, yes, your opinion is Waza-ari, but our final decision is not at all. Thank you. 29. Here we can see that it's not for scoring purposes, but we watch again, look. Now the counter, but look, he's not on the side, so we can watch the other side as well, but it's clear that it's not. All right, no score, simple. Okay, let's watch 30. Score or no score? Who are the, no. Score, how many? No score? Very interesting, again, it's a score. It's a score, but again, we understand that if you see in normal motion, it looks nothing, but, and it's not interruption. Again, you, sir, why you say no, Steve? No, it's not out. It's not out. No, it's not out at all. He's trying to put out, but he's inside, and he's falling on the side. But again, that's why we talk about teamwork, to be together, and it's, again, if I am a referee, sure that I do like you, or bloody the same, no score, but after we check, okay, watch. It's not interruption, it's made directly, he's trying to defend with the arm, but immediately, without interruption, he's falling on the side. And now you can watch that the arm is totally inside. Again, no problem because it's normal that we can watch so easily. And this is our obligation to help you as referees. And after, if the coaches are coming, we can give a logical explanation why we say score. Thank you. 31. Stop. Score or not? How many score? No score? No opinion? Okay, watch again. Watch. Ah, yeah. Very well, Nicolas, very well. Okay. So in that case, we do like this. Please. One more time in normal motion. Everybody give yes or not. We don't have many, let's say, possibilities. Yes or not. So, who are saying yes? Who are saying no? But more yes than no. And it's yes. Because look again, the counterattack. A little more, pop. But please, don't be worried, because we are putting here very delicate and in the edge. And again, logically, at the beginning, the majority say no. Now a little more people say yes. And now if you watch like this, you can accept that this is happening. Yes, sir?
In this case, the blue,
Yeah?
he was almost falling also. When after in the counterattack, where he was almost falling, and going to falling like this. It's could be no score because there was a really not some action.
Yeah.
from
Yeah,
the-
but here
look
this,
behind.
yes, you
Look
are
behind
right.
the white.
But here there is a clear action. There is a clear Kaeshi technique. Watch a normal motion. Normal motion. Look, the body. You
Of
have
the white.
you have a. Let's
Yeah.
One thing very important.
Qua.
Yeah. Okay. Here. Here.
Okay.
Look, here, the whole body, one more time, attack, and now, look the reaction, the legs, the arms, and he's making fall on the side, valid for scoring purposes, okay? And now, the landing is on the side. And this is not to give mate, is what I'm saying before. It's not a Newaza situation. First of all, there is in Tachiwaza, and the other try to apply something, Kaeshi, counterattack, valid, and look again, the body language. Arms together controlling, body prepared, the supporting legs, valid, okay? Okay, another one.
Togliamo dall'altro lato.
No, non necessario.
Ancora meglio così vedi.
Here it's possible
saw-
to watch
you saw the-
even better, you know? Even better the action of Kaeshi.
Look, oh,
Yes.
from
And-
this side is better.
And also in the sport, because he was this guy was the Olympic champion, a lot of controversy. No. And after when they came, we say, okay, please be, you know, the Latins, we are a little passionate, and at the beginning, oh, no. Wait. After we go, no, it's impossible because, please watch. Okay. And this is important for our credibility, you know?
This is
You
what-
cannot say, even if you are too, let's say, too focusing in your own interest, and you are not open-minded, and only thinking, yes, you cannot say this is not. You cannot say this is not. You can go home and say, no, I disagree. Okay, you can disagree. But the reality is that according to our current rules, should be accepted for scoring purposes, and the reality is that it's a Waza-ari.
Impossible, Vaza-ari. said.
And losing for that.
Impossible, Vaza-ari. Impossible, Vaza-ari. Italy. One time Canada, one time Italy.
Let's go. 32.
Bravo.
The same, very difficult. What is your general opinion? Score? The majority, no, some of them, but okay. Again, let's watch. No, before.
Questa è la migliore, non abbiamo altro.
E dell'altro punto?
Questo è meglio.
Here is better, okay? In this case, from this position, it's obvious that we can give a score. So that's what we are doing. First vision, not clear. Second one, much more clear. So we watch, oh yes, it's all right. But again, we are putting some actions in the limit that if it is clear, Waza-ari, if it is not clear, Hajime. And if it is, of course, nothing, not necessary to discuss. But this is the protocol that we follow, is what we are talking about. The referee is quiet. If he is not thinking Waza-ari, because for me, the first action was, okay, I don't give anything. The judges don't give anything. The supervisors control in the moment that they can give mate, please, Waza-ari. Waza-ari, do it. That's the point, okay? But we must do it immediately. Immediately. What is not possible, this is the big mistake in some situations, that they start, yes, no, one more time, and it's 2 minutes. This is impossible. If you don't have a right decision, immediate decision, the credibility is nothing. Because if you need 2 minutes to make a final conclusion, is that something is wrong. So again, immediately, yes, yes, yes. Ajib. 32.
33.
Yes. Score? No score. How many score? No, nobody. Only one. Okay.
Impossible.
Here is some, I think that's what I was saying. Sometimes, for instance, this is the 33,
Yes, this
anyway, no, it's okay. It's not clear. It's not clear. It's on the shoulder, it's not totally on the side. It's better to, if there is not unanimous decision, it's better don't give anything.
no control at the end.
No, and it's not totally on the side, you know, it's on the shoulder. It's better don't give a score here.
Allowed.
Okay, we start now.
Un altro lato.
See,
No control.
no, it's something that is not 100% sure, better don't give, no score. Clear? Okay, now, as you know, in the past, so far we decided that falling on both elbows, it should be Waza-ari. Why? We talked before about the safe sport that should be judo. For strong players, perhaps it's nothing. But if you teach, or the children try to imitate that, it's very dangerous because it's, I am not a doctor, but some doctors can tell us that it's very dangerous for not only for the elbows, but also for the shoulders. Well, it's dangerous. And we make a final conclusion that also defending with 2 hands can be even more dangerous. So we did make a final conclusion. If you fall at the same time over the 2 elbows, Waza-ari should be awarded. If you fall at the same time with the 2 hands, Waza-ari should be awarded. If you fall 1 elbow, 1 hand at the same time, Waza-ari should be awarded. As long as you fall in only 1 elbow and after the other one, and it's not simultaneously, no score. Clear? I try to repeat again. Both elbows, Waza-ari. Both hands, Waza-ari. 1 elbow, 1 hand at the same time, Waza-ari as well. 1 elbow, and after a break, another one, no score. Clear, yeah? Let's watch some examples, and this is quite simple. I mean, it's not, you have any doubt, the same. You control with the table. Look, up, both. And look the face of the player, of the white one, even if it is a strong one. Look, and now, continue. Look the gesture of pain.
Continue.
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 You see the face. So, again, immediately, Waza-ari, to avoid that in the future, somebody can think that doing that is avoiding the score. Okay, another one, 35. Okay, simultaneously, 1 hand, 1 elbow. Waza-ari. Yes, sir?
Was there any consideration given if this is a dangerous action to put it in the same category as bridging to discourage it? Because this could be the difference.
Sorry, to give Hasokumake?
Yeah, because
No.
it might consider this, okay,
No, but
either
listen,
get Waza-ari or you won't.
but we must be logical, because I mean, when I say logical, it's not the same that you put in danger your spine, that if you do something that is a normal reaction. And it's dangerous, but so far we consider that Waza-ari is acceptable. Perhaps in the future you are right. And if we see that the evolution is going worse, we can do it. But we believe that if you receive Waza-ari, in the future, the most of the actions are not going to happen like this, because we deter the possibility to do it. But this can be a normal reaction. We believe that Hans Okumake, in this moment, it can be too much. Perhaps after the World Championships, that we are going to make a final conclusion after Baku, perhaps we can say, okay, listen, this is happening. We deter with Hans Okumake. But so far, not with a positive score. Okay? Thank you. 36. Okay, the same. Both hands, so at the same time, simultaneously. Waza-ari. Okay, another example is clear, this one. Look. He tried to defend the landing, and this is not good for our sport. Okay, simultaneously, because you can say first one, second one, but it's practically at the same time. This should be considered for scoring purposes, okay? Right, 38. Clear. And this is painful, and this is dangerous, and again, especially for children. So we want to deter that.
Mr. Marcos,
Yes?
we're discussing here and about the question of the colleague, not talking about only Hans Okumake, but the difference between score and penalty.
Yeah.
Because when you put a score, it's like something that you are given the prize. But it's the penalty now. So if you give, for instance, not Hans Okumake, like the colleague has said, but Shido, for instance.
Yeah, but if you give, yes, you are right, but if you give Shido, you give an advantage to do that, because imagine that you have already, Waza-ari, who is falling, and you give a Shido, he's going to continue doing that, because Shido, yes.
I agree, but with 3 Shido is 1 Hans Okumake. It's just about the
Yes,
logic
yes.
of the situation.
Again, everything can be possible. We made this first step. We are convinced that because we want to award a good action, a good technique, that if you don't put the arms, you're falling on the back. So we don't want to be so negative. Every time, Shido, Hans Okumake. We want, after we will see as well some techniques about the bridge. And in this case, it's a good action. And you don't fall on your back because you put the hands. Of course, you can give Shido, but it's better to give the award to the positive action. Again, could be Hans Okumake, but we believe that so far it's too hard. We have 2 possibilities, or that we cannot see in the future many actions like this because people, it's not interesting to do it because they are going to give me Waza-ari, or if we continue watching that, we can sit together and say, come on, perhaps it's better to accept deterrent, I'm saying well, deterrent, to say Hans Okumake in the future. But again, this is is what you are talking, we take into consideration, or your team, and after, again, watching the development of all these situations, we make a final conclusion to make our sport better. 39. Waza-ari or not? Who are thinking Waza-ari? No Waza-ari. In this case, it's not Waza-ari. It's not landing. You see? It's not defending on the side. Because the action is one side. So in this case, continue in Newaza. Another example. The same. One hand, the other is blocked, but not necessarily. This is not simultaneous on both hands or both elbows. For that reason, no score. Okay, 41. The same. It's not simultaneously, okay, 42. This is quite simple. I think you understand perfectly what we want and what is the real. The same. This is easier. Okay, 43. You see, in the very limit, but not clearly on both hands. So in that case, the benefit of the doubt. You see, because well, okay. If you have some doubt,
She moved.
yeah, she move, you know. But again, if you have some doubt, you stop, ask the help, and after we make a final conclusion to say if it is not 100% clear, Ijf. 44. The same, no score. The same, is blocking, is one, the other, but not simultaneously. Watch again. All right, because he doesn't want to defend the landing. He's blocking. He's gripping. 46. Also, in this case, the arm is blocked, so she cannot do anything about that. You know, apparently it's both sides, but she's blocking and we believe that it's in the very limit, but he's not trying to do with at the same time with. You see, the arm is blocked by the white. That's the reason why we say here, not 100%. Yeah.
In that question, we're trying to see the two hands, but it looks like a Waza-ari landing, even because it collapsed at some moment.
Yeah, but yes, you are right. But the point is that if you have one arm blocked, you cannot do anything. We don't know if she would like to do that. It's only one. So that's what I'm saying. If we have some doubt, we give the benefit of the doubt. Ijf. That's the point.
What I'm saying is that the defending elbow in that moment kind of crushed. So,
Yeah.
so it's not like a situation of two hands or two elbows. It's like a Waza-ari landing. It looks like it's
Yeah.
what I look.
Yeah, but again, I tell you why we didn't give, because you cannot do, it's falling in one hand, but the other hand is moving to the mat because the grip of the opponent, you know? And that's the reason why we don't give, because C is, the white one is doing that, not because Uke is only landing in one hand, but it's obliged to go to the other side because the action of Tori, not because his own action. That's the reason why we don't give. 47?
Could be no Waza-ari because you saw.
Yeah. 47. The same. Is one and after the other because it's a grip of Uke, but not necessary. This is more clear than the other one, of course. And the last one, you see, not this. The last one is 48. This, yes, because he's, and obviously there is a throwing technique for the Kosotogake, more or less, well, I don't know, I don't want to talk about technique, some people know. But, well, he is trying to throw the opponent, and the other, and continue with the pushing, and the other try to defend. In this case, Waza-ari is acceptable. Look, you see? Because he's pushing with the hand as well. It could be a good technique if he's not putting the arms, he could landing on the back, and that's the reason why we give. Okay, stop. Okay, guys, before Mr. Barta Vladimir is going to give you some information about the sports methods and qualification and so on, only to make it clear this concept. First, keep on a little more flexible with these 4 elements: control, strong action, speed, landing on the back, and being a little more flexible about rolling techniques. Waza-ari, always that there is a break, or there is not a clear, some don't fulfill these 4 conditions, normally Waza-ari. About elbows, clear as well. 2 elbows, 2 hands, 1 elbow, 1 hand, simultaneously. It's okay for everybody? Second, and very important, no changes about the concept of Waza-ari, including Waza-aris and yukos in the past, as long as the arms are inside. Some questions about this? Any questions? Sorry? Okay, in that case, if you are so kind, if you are not so tired, we continue a little more with some clips, and at 12:30 we finish for having lunch, and we can advance as more as possible with the example. So now we are going to have a score for who? Let's try to check carefully about that. That is also a very important point. 49. Okay, blue or white? One more time. Okay, first of all, it's a little tricky, this example. And I don't know if I'm going to say good in English. Entangle, it's okay? Entangle the leg without any immediate action should be penalized with zero. So in that case, better to wait for the landing. It's too long, look, too long, mate, zero for entangle the leg, okay? And we don't discuss about the landing. Because if we discuss about the landing, for instance, the blue one, is what we talked to you before. It's too late to be considered as a Kaeshi Vaza technique, because it's landing on the back and after throwing the opponent. Okay, so it would be better in this case to give for white, but as I said, it's better to give mate shido for entangle the leg. Next one, please, 50. Similar, too long, entangle the leg. So better mate shido. Okay? And after, of course, it would not be good as well for the blue because the blue is landing. But please, I prefer to talk about this situation of entangling.
For the entanglement,
There should be mate shido. Should be mate shido before.
does the foot have to?
Sorry?
Do the toes have to be right around the leg for the entanglement, or does it, like how far does the entanglement have to be?
You mean how long?
No, to what extent does the entanglement?
No, it's entangle or putting your foot inside. It's not. There are 2 possibilities. Sorry, thank you for your comment. I mean, one thing is entangle, and another thing is without entangle the leg, but your leg is inside, you know, without a clear action. This is, sorry, thank you for your comment because it's very important. Both situations, or you entangle the leg and you don't throw immediately, is shido, or you put the leg inside, even if you don't entangle the leg, but this inside without real throwing purpose, this should be as well mate shido. Okay? Thank you. let's go 51, you mean, sorry? 51?
Yes.
Okay, 51, please. Okay, stop. Blue or white? No score. How many no score? How many score? You are saying like this.
Many
Yes,
people
it's-
are not.
No, when you are saying like this, that means that you are not sure. The problem that we have in the real competition is that you cannot ask the players to repeat again. You know? And, so like this is it. Well, okay, it's quite tricky as well. It's a score. Why? Because look, the action of the blue with, look, stop, when you say, okay? Stop the moment. Stop. Is Kosotogake. Look. And it's valid for scoring purposes, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Okay? Yeah.
No, Coach guy.
Coach Igari?
No, it's
Kosotogake.
Kosoto because it's from the other side.
No, Coach
Oh,
Igari.
he said Coach.
Okay, don't worry. Listen, we are not talking about the terminology, semantic decisions, whatever. Action. Okay? You prefer to talk about Kosotogari
Kosotogake.
or Kosotogake. Or, I think perhaps, our coaches can say better, but it's okay. It's a clear action that you cannot see from the other side, but you can see from this side. And it was, sorry?
Nothing, no. Who? This
Well, the referee gave. He was okay. He was okay. He was
Just for Sky.
TV. Okay. Anyhow, you accept that even from one side, it was nothing. For all of us, it was nothing as well but from this side, it's totally different. And that's, I repeat again, this is the advantage of having a fantastic tool and fantastic assistance, because I can tell you, we have a group of technical assistants that is Mr. The chief of is Matthias Fischer, but after we have Siad, we have Sasso, splendid people that are part of knowing very well how to manage all these tricks, all these tools. They love judo, and they are also international referees, judo lovers. And again, you cannot imagine that we are sitting together and when I'm going to say, Sasso, and Sasso showed me this. Sometimes without talking a word, we know exactly, they know, even if we have formats, they immediately put you the action, you know? Immediately one side, immediately the other side, cenital camera, we can have, immediately we say, okay, score.
You know, we were discussing about this, and the blue is more than lucky.
Yes.
You know, but sorry, he made this movement, so he, it's
Yeah.
It's
As you say, simultaneous, but it's lucky. It's in the same moment. It looks like, okay, perhaps the other tried to apply a technique, a Sumiwaza technique, or a Sutemi, but
sorry,
yeah.
sorry for this.
Okay, 52, please. Okay, sorry, blue or white? Stop. Who are thinking blue? Who are thinking white? Okay.
No more colors.
Well, there is another opportunity. No score.
Okay, let's go.
Nobody no score? Okay, let's watch. This is important. We watch carefully. Watch. Sorry. The white one, with this position, well, better than our coaches, top coaches, I believe it's very difficult to apply Uchimata with this position. Yes or not? Watch from. Sorry? Yes, but look the position, and I watch. Lead me this. Okay, Stop. Stop in the air first. Stop. Now, the reaction of the blue is to control the arm, to control the body a little more. Stop. Here, the blue one is turning the body, preparing the action for the kaeshi. A little more. And now, well, the white in one moment is up, and until the end, continue. Yeah. We believe that the white cannot be awarded with a score. Cannot be. But the blue is using her back, to throw the opponent. And we prefer, in this case, no white, no blue, no score. Okay? And with the new regulations, again, not for white, we believe that white is from this position. Somebody can do it, it's true, but it's difficult. Second, the blue fighter is totally turning the body to apply the kaeshi waza with the supporting leg, everything, look, turning the body, but we believe that it's too late. So in this case, the final conclusion of the seminar is to say no score. Could you accept that? Thank you. Okay, let's move to another one. It's 53. 53.
Tenemos aparte el medio.
No, 50.
Okay.
53. Also, in this case, is using the back, so it's better don't give a score. This is something that we need to change a little, because it's true that you can consider kaeshi waza, but again, if it is not practically in the air where he's throwing the opponent, it's not valid for scoring purposes. So in this case as well, no score. 54. After, please, at home, you watch and watch again. 54, okay? One more time. We believe that it's not valid for scoring purposes because the white one is losing the control. So we, let's say, try to implement the idea, or to conceive the idea that it's not only to follow the opponent. You need to make a clear action to be considered for scoring purposes. In this case, we believe that it's not fulfilling these circumstances, and in this case, we prefer to say no score. Okay? If you have different opinion, please try to give your own explanation, because perhaps we can get some feedback as well. 55. Same. The blue start the action. There is a break. Look. And now stop.
Okay.
The white one try to do something as a counter-attack. The blue lose the control. Look now. A little more, a little more. A little more. But the white is too late as well to be considered as a kaeshi waza technique. So in this case, no white, no blue. Clear? I know that is a little, this is the same procedure than before. If you have some doubt, when you have the time to give mate, of course, if they continue in Newaza, leave the time to do something. But when you have the opportunity to say mate, mate. And after, obviously, you will receive some additional information, some help, after watching carefully what is the final conclusion. 56. Same. confusion. And this is what brings, as I told you before, a lot of complication, a lot of discussion. One raised his hand, I am the winner, the other as well. Please, if there is not absolutely clear who make the throwing technique, or directly, or a CKS Waza technique, it's better don't give a score to avoid big problems. Next one, 57. Okay. No score even, but this is more simple, no? This is nothing. What is this? Yeah, it looks like, no, but it's not a real technique, not a real throwing technique. Okay.
More.
Yes, score Newaza. No, 58. Now we change, eh? We change to another group. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, now we change to another issue, very important, very important. Score, how many? No score? Please, we watch again, and everybody, you give your opinion. This is not, you are not better because you say yes or not. We make mistakes, everybody, and we can give, normal motion, please, normal motion, from the beginning.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Okay, simple. Now everybody, sorry, stop.
Yes, sir.
We have 3 opportunities. Score, no score. No, sorry. No, score for one is not possible for one to give a score. So we have a score or nothing. Who are thinking no score? Please raise your hands. Who are thinking a score? Fantastic. Fantastic. This is the, no, when I say fantastic, it's because this is great. This is the concept that can change dramatically. Because in the past, many people are saying, sorry, he's coming from Newaza. But there is any reason, there is dangerous situation? No.
What is it?
There is any reason to give mate? No. And in that case, even if he's coming from Newaza, Tori has the opportunity to throw the opponent. And watch without interruption. Without interruption. Put again in normal motion. This is very important, this example. Up. Okay, in Newaza, but he's moving up. And Tori take the advantage to throw. Okay, Waza-ari Ippon after you decide. Let's watch again. I didn't know the answer here. Okay, valid. You must decide Waza-ari, or if you're landing on the back Ippon. This is not so, I mean, it's important, but much more important is to give a score for this situation. Thank you to you all, because this is what we have changed dramatically. Again, somebody is going to ask, but this is tomorrow, Mr. Varta is going to explain very well, what happens if somebody let the grab, grab the leg. But this is another point, okay? Now.
No, this is what's happening in Tunis.
What?
This is a real action in Tunis.
But this is what we have here? No,
but it's nice, look.
No, but we saw tomorrow. I prefer to follow this and after, because tomorrow, one very important question. Tomorrow, most of the time we are going to have the practical part. But at the end, we are going to make a final conclusion. If you have in mind some example that you are not so sure, tomorrow you ask to watch or to rewatch again, okay? Let's go to the number 59, please. No score. Score. Watch again. We believe a score. Why? There is not a clear interruption, and he continues doing the action. It's in the very limit, but it was accepted that, you see, and it's not totally on Newaza. Watch. He attacked. One, you see? And now continue. In the very limit, but acceptable for scoring purposes. Put in a normal motion, please. I know that is a little in the edge, But again, attack, and now continue without the interruption, valid for scoring purposes. Okay? Next one, please, 60. The same, valid, okay? It's normal fight. Look, attack, and now, up. Valid. Okay, everybody agrees with that? Thank you very much.
Now it's the Shivaza.
Yes? Yeah, now it's Tachivaza, and there is a good opportunity to throw, okay? Well, Waza-ari. Next one,
61.
61. No score? Generally, a score. Very good. Of course, a score. Look, he tried to defend. Listen, if we don't give a score, we give the opportunity to the negative judo to get a good situation for a negative position. But Tori is in Tachivaza. He wants to continue fighting. He wants to maintain the fighting spirit. Of course, it's valid because he continued without interruption throwing to the opponent. Okay, Nicolas? Could you accept? Why not? Please.
There's 1-2 times it goes to his knees.
Yes, but the fight continues.
Tori lifts him up, he goes back against his knees.
No, but look, the blue one, he's trying to escape. And the white one wants to continue fighting. You must allow to this. No. If you give Shido, you allow to make a fantastic throwing technique. And we want that judo can be positive. So please, this is necessary to change our minds. For a negative attitude, you can get a positive one. Yes?
There is also, sorry.
Please.
You know, the blue one doesn't want to fight,
Yes.
and he's showing it. But it is his problem.
Yes.
This is his problem. I want to fight. I want to throw him. You
Exactly.
know? And we decide about this type of mate because he doesn't want to fight. It's similar like in Newaza.
Yeah.
They show like this. I don't want to fight.
Yeah.
But there's nothing for referee. It's not. Don't show me this. Try to fight. You know. They say they are like a strangulation, and so they lift the two hands, the uke, and showing like I don't mate. It's not mate. It's not mate. It should be really like the one who wants to fight should be in the advantage, and he's in advantage now.
Thank you, Vladimir. Very important. Again, the idea is that as long as there is not a dangerous situation that is not, okay, the blue one can move up as well, but he doesn't want to do it. He prefers to try to be in Newaza to avoid the throwing technique. But Tori can have this opportunity to throw. So please, this is important to change in our minds from now on, and this should be valid for scoring purposes. Yes?
Can I ask, does White's posture in this situation impact how you view it? Meaning, if White had bent over toward Blue when Blue went down, would that change your assessment of whether White is doing a turnover versus a throw?
No, I mean, watch again. You know? Now, okay. Okay, and now? You talk about this? No.
Yeah, no, I'm asking just so I can understand where the limit is. If in that last moment, White had bent over when he grabbed the
Yeah.
Obi,
Yeah?
would you view that then more like a turnover rather than a throw, or still?
No. It's a throw because Tori is in Tachivaza. If they will be in Newaza, it will be continuing Newaza. But if Tori is in Tachivaza, it's enough to consider as Tachivaza position. Okay?
Regardless of posture.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
So for example, when you make fast attack and the other one throw you,
Yeah?
it's the same. If you score, you give the score. If there is a score, for example, Waza-ari, you give Waza-ari Shido. Why? Because you are in positive way. You give the score for this.
What Tonino is explaining, imagine you attack with Seoinage. Tori, make Teisabaki, and immediately, without interruption, Uchimata. The action is valid for scoring purposes. If the action of Tori should be penalized because false attack, after, if it is Ippon, of course nothing. If it is Waza-ari, you give Waza-ari, and after you give Shido for false attack. But again, must be immediate attack. That's the important point, without interruption, okay? Let's watch the next one. 62. Of course, no score. This is totally different. This is coming from Newaza. This is Newaza, okay? And he's giving his back. This is totally different. In this case, you see, Uke is coming from Newaza, and it's some type of throwing, but it's not valid. This is considered Newaza. Okay, thank you very much. 63, please. Well, this is very important for the future. We will explain in here, stop, and in the practical part with Vladimir. But now, to simplify the kansetsu in Tachiwaza, because what happens? I will show you some examples tomorrow with this situation where nobody understands. It was an action. It was Ogawa against I think
yes,
with the action of
yes.
Udegatame.
Yes.
So, Udegatame from Tachiwaza, after is falling on the back, the referee with Waza-ari. But it was not Waza-ari, because you cannot throw from Tachiwaza to Newaza, okay? Or you cannot throw, sorry, with a kansetsu from Tachiwaza. So the referee gave Waza-ari. After it was a good opportunity for Osai-komi, and the Osai-komi was destroyed because the player received Waza-ari. And nobody understands why sometimes, if you make a direct kansetsu from Tachiwaza and it's dangerous, Hansokumake, but if it is not dangerous, you can continue, but it's not valid for scoring purposes. So, and we make a final conclusion to say, okay, excuse me, Shimewaza. First of all, how many Shimewazas we can see in Tachiwaza? No one. So this is not going to be a problem. How many real kansetsus are valid in Tachiwaza? Practically no one. And if it creates confusion, it's better to say no possibility of doing that. If somebody is doing that, mate shido. This jumping, perhaps we are going to lose something. It's true, but we are going to avoid a lot of confusion. So from now on, Tachiwaza positions, only two possibilities in Tachiwaza kansetsu. Or you do something wrong, Hansokumake, Wakigatame, whatever, or if you do something that is not wrong, but is not possible to do it, mate shido. Simple, but okay, we continue with this action. Okay, 64. Four. Okay, we are going to continue for finishing those lists. Okay, let's go. Newaza. Okay, this is not immediate action, and there is too long, and there is, you see, this is not valid for scoring purposes, this action. Clear, yeah? Okay, thank you very much. 65. Also, not valid, okay? Simple. I want to arrive to the last one that is the most interesting. 66, okay? The same. Newaza, okay? Not valid for scoring purposes. 67. this is also is not going to be valid in the future because it's a, let's say, a kansetsu action in Tachibaza. And to avoid this misunderstanding, because some people say, oh, this is a wonderful technique, but it's not. I mean, it's not. It's a wonderful technique, but uke react because it's painful, but not because it's being thrown by the opponent. So in this case, in the future, mate ship. And now we go to the last one, and after we go for lunch, that is this one, please.
It's not the last one, it's Santot.
Says 60, no, but it's, yeah. I know that this is going to be a big discussion. Okay, watch one more time, and please, everybody, only two possibilities. Score or no score. Quite simple and quite difficult, but all of you are going to give you the, and after we go for lunch. One more time. Again. Okay, Barbara, your opinion. Score? How many score? Great. This is, I can tell you, it was very difficult because our Japanese friends, that they have an incredible knowledge, they disagree with that because it's a big change in this mentality. Newaza, kasi, but what is the argument? Like we said before, this is a normal fight, a fantastic fighting spirit in the both fighters. Dangerous? No. Any reason to give mate? No. Both of them have the opportunity to move up? Yes. There is a good throwing technique, valid for scoring purposes. And at the end, they accept, because this is something that I have to tell you as well, very, very important, that especially Vladimir and myself in the executive committee, from the moment that Mr. Uemura and Mr. Yamashita are there, everything is easier. In the past, it was practically impossible because it was like two different mentalities. You can remember many, many years ago, to put in the high competition events blue judogi and white judogi, we were more than 10 years talking about the heaven, about the spirit of the blue or the spirit of the white, the angels, the
wash machine.
Unbelievable. And never a good conclusion. And we were 10 years to do something that is logical. Listen, tomorrow, everybody in white judogi. When you receive the awarding ceremony, in white judogi. In the dojo, generally speaking, okay, you can. But this is nothing to do with the evolution of judo. The spirit of judo is like this, but the evolution of judo is much more simple for TV, much more simple for the referees, much more simple for the public, because the two different colors can be more decisive to watch. In the past, boom, two white judogis, it was difficult, okay? Now, again, with the acceptance of Mr. Yamashita, Mr. Uemura, the evolution is great, because they understand that judo is now universal. Of course, Japan is the most important place, and we live from that. But if we want to make our sport greater for everybody all around the world, we must give something. This is the concept of judo. Give something to receive something. And this premise, you can say? Premise, sorry, is fantastic. And now it's much, much easier to make an evolution in our sport, because even if sometimes we are not sure or we are not convinced what we are doing, we accept that if something is better for the evolution of our sport, we must accept it, okay? So, of course, watch now normal motion, and you will see this action, reaction, okay? Now, okay, let's move. And now the blue one like to move up, you know, and the other want to stop. Ippon.
And you want to stop? You want to stop?
No.
It's okay.
But I'm very happy, well, we are very happy because I think with this idea, it's much easier to understand what we believe, what we want for the fighting spirit, okay? Sorry, how much we have? Well, no, but we finish now.
We have one more.
Is one more, only
69.
one? 69,
69.
okay.
No, we have 4 more.
Okay, we have
Yeah,
4 more,
finish.
we finish, and after
Yeah,
we
yeah,
give a
yeah.
little more time.
Yeah.
Okay, no score, because it's clearly a break and there is not immediate action. It's good for continuing in Newaza, okay? Thank you. 70?
Yes. What we talked before.
Score? No score? Okay, watch again, watch again. Score. Why? Because she's taking advantage of a negative situation without practically no interruption and getting a good action. We should give a score.
Shido blue.
And of course, Shido blue, if it is the case. Yes, yes. Again, Ipon, no question. Waza-ari, and after you have a moment of mate, Shido for blue. Okay? But understand the principle, you know, it's so immediate that is valid. 71. This is different. Too long, not immediate action is better, don't give a score. 72. Score. 72, we consider that it's too long. No score either. Okay, no score because it's too long. Not necessary to give a score. You see? Watch. Stop, and now continue. But this is not a real dynamic action, you know. And the last one, yes, I think?
Yes.
73.
Yeah, this is nice. What is this? This is nice. Shido blue dall'altra parte. Shido blue.
Watch the other side. Okay, the whole time, if you, in this moment, immediately you touch the leg, should be Shido for blue. Okay? This is the point.
Finish.
One more time? You want to watch one more time? Last one? Yes. Watch clearer. From one side, it's not so clear. For the other side, it's much more clear. From the other side, yes. Look. Okay. Immediately, it was not valid for scoring purposes because it was too long. But it was clearly blocking and Shido. Clear? I think we finished this, yes?
Yes. Then start.
Shido. Okay. Do you have any questions? No? If it is not the case, okay, we are going, normally it was from 12:30 until 2. We leave until 2:20, is okay for you? Or 2:30? It's okay, 2:30, you can. 2:20? Or 2:15? What was we took 10 minutes. 2:15, okay. 2:15 here. Okay, thank you guys.